Which Japanese toy show is it again? I think it's Chara Hobby.
C3X.
Yeah, that's the one. Can't keep them straight anymore. Too many.
I think we talked about that already. Okay, so what are we talking about tonight?
Quite a few things have shown up. For one thing, they finally did confirm that the Masterpiece Rodimus Prime will also be Hot Rod. I was happy to see that.
Which is a move I think surprising nobody.
Yeah, really. I I think it was pretty well confirmed when they showed that he had the goggles, but pretty
Yeah,
well
that's kind of a
official.
useless detail otherwise. There was a little bit more Transformers content at the show. Anything interesting there for you?
Well, I couldn't help but notice that the version of animated Optimus Prime you actually want is going to be a limited giveaway at I think a Japanese convenience store.
Yeah. Isn't that nice of them?
Yes, it's just lovely, and also not surprising at all.
Hate them so much.
Japanese companies do not really have a great record with overseas customer service, if nothing else. But
Probably not so much the at-home customer service either.
yeah, I do kind of like the lighter blues and yellows on movie Sea Spray, however.
It's very sea spray looking.
Yeah, which, if you're going to be getting a Sea Spray, I guess is an advantage. But
Oh, I don't think I'd pay for that sea spray though.
I haven't actually gotten a good look at the domestic version, so haven't seen one in the store anywhere.
It's somewhat more desaturated.
Yeah,
But yeah, I don't think I really want to pay $50 for a sea spray just to have a little bit brighter colors.
no. If I ever ran across one for cheaper, which I won't, that'd be fine. But
Exactly. I saw just the other day how much Takara is going to sell Rollout Command Animated Optimus for.
how much?
Like in the range of $90
Ow.
for a toy that at one point I could have bought for I believe $11 at Kmart.
Man. Oh, I saw it for about 2025 here, but that's the lowest it ever got.
I mean, even at such a low price, I still didn't want the dumb thing.
Yeah, it. I would have rather they actually did one in the leader class size instead, but because then it would have only been ridiculously out of scale with everything else instead of ludicrously.
Speaking of ludicrous and ridiculous, um, they also showed off with the Wingblade equipment here a clear Voyager Prime,
Oh.
which is most likely the only way the Wingblade equipment is going to be sold. Which
I
for
don't.
you works out just fine. You have a Voyager Optimus.
Yeah, I don't mind the Voyager Prime, but at the same time, I'd rather have a clean Deco Deluxe, just like you would.
Hmm. Which
It.
is somehow bizarrely kind of in scale with other stuff.
Yeah.
Never really figured out how that worked, but
Uh,
what can you do?
yeah. I mean, Transformers and scale is never.
Yeah,
It
I
it
know they
never.
don't really go together.
Yeah.
Okay, well, tell me about the Gundam.
Well, the apparently we've found out that the doubles of the beam rifle and the hyper bazooka and shield are only going to be with the first run of robot Damashi Gundams, and that's kind of disappointing.
That's something they're doing a little bit more often now, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess they're trying to get pre-orders up for the line or something.
Yeah, I don't know, but Strike Freedom had some special parts included with the first issues of it,
Yeah,
I believe.
yeah, it did. I think it actually has two different sets of wing effect parts, and only one of them comes with the first run.
I'm sure it's something infuriating like that.
And also, they're claiming that of those three prototypes they showed a few months back, this Gundam is actually from the more stylized Gundam Seed inspired prototype, and I don't buy it for a second.
It certainly doesn't seem to share any actual features with that prototype,
No,
which
they had
which they did conveniently put side by side with the actual colored figure.
yeah, and I I don't see it.
It appears that everything is as different as it could be.
Yeah, so I don't know why they even bothered with the comparison shot, frankly, because I don't know what it was supposed to prove.
Are you sure that it's supposed to be that it was based on the seed one, or it's like, look how opposite of this we made this?
Well, I don't know because they didn't bother posing it with either of the other two models. So my impression was that they were trying to show that it was similar to that one, basically trying to make the figure look more interesting than it actually is.
I'm just not getting it.
Maybe not. It may just be me.
I mean, that's the okay. There's the one that's more stylized looking to a completely different degree. But
Yeah.
either way, what we're actually getting doesn't look anything like either one.
No, it definitely looks closer to the uh well, the boring prototype. So
Unimaginative is one of the things Bandai does well.
yeah, unfortunately so.
Speaking of which, there's the well, actually, there's a couple things more in Gundam. First is the Double O Riser condenser type.
Yes, which is of course a limited release as they love to do.
For the Damashi, is the model kit version limited also?
I'm not sure. No, it seems to be a general release.
Well, they always have preferred the model kit market to the figures.
Yeah,
Shame that.
it is.
I feel so neglected.
Nothing new there, but
Um, all the condenser type really does, though, is prove to us that the Double O Riser will be operating in the movie at least at some point,
yeah,
somehow.
yes. And they've started showing slightly more interesting pictures of the Raphael Gundam here and there, but still just not shown us the mobile suit mode for the big silly backpack.
As if we didn't know it was there.
Yeah,
Oh, that Bandai.
yeah, that's going to be a reveal on the level of Masterpiece Rodimus.
Transforming into Hot Rod.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then the last really inexplicable thing I saw from this show was two prototypes for Banpresto's SCM line.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that that they just don't get the point of the Dom. That is,
It's heavy.
yeah, and it should just not be that skinny at the waist. I mean, gun cannon is supposed to be thicker than the Gundam at least.
Well, no, there's
And
two problems with this dome.
hmm
First is that it's skinny at the waist. The second thing is that it looks like the chest has been lifted up about 2 feet.
yeah, that's the one.
If the chest was dropped down, the proportions would be basically right.
Yeah,
Maybe that's like, maintenance mode or something.
who knows?
Yeah, I mean the gun cannon looks weird too, but it's not so vastly out of proportion.
Yeah, it still looks basically like itself, whereas the Dom does not.
Not at all.
Yeah,
If they were going to make the dome have those kind of proportions, they needed to take the head out of the shoulders.
yeah.
Give it a neck, basically.
hmm
Then it still wouldn't look like a dome, but it would at least not look stupid.
Yeah,
You can't be tall like that and have your head set directly between your shoulders.
yeah. And it really is a pity because I've seen some of the other designs from this line and I kind of like them, but this is just too far.
Little bit. Or maybe a whole lot, I'm not sure. Let's see, they were also showing pictures of the completely unsurprising upgrade system for the Double O Quanta.
Ah, yeah.
Boy, that's
Remi-
unsurprising.
Reminds me of one of the various upgrades for the Double O Riser, which is also not surprising.
This is also going to be the kit version, at least, is going to be exclusive to Hobby Japan's February issue,
Hmm.
which comes out in December. 'Which 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 comes out in Decem
I wouldn't be surprised if we don't get a Damashi version, or if we do, it'll be equally limited, of course.
Probably be a Tamashi web store exclusive.
Yeah,
So slightly less limited than, a magazine premium or the Double O Riser condenser.
yeah. Well, actually, if it comes with Hobby Japan, that's not all that limited because that's got a pretty high circulation, as I understand it. So
It's still more limited than an actual like retail kit, though.
yeah, because that
Once
is
the
true.
magazine's
Because
gone, it's gone.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, I guess the advantage here is that the Double O Riser condenser type is not really appealing to me at all.
yeah. For one thing, it's really not that huge of a change. So
No, they just swapped out the movable GN drive parts and the shoulders for condenser things,
yeah,
kind of. Just something to fill the space with.
yeah, pretty much.
Really, the only thing this does is make you wonder how it's supposed to even function in the show. Or movie, I guess I should say.
Yeah,
Because it's really not supposed to work that way.
yeah. I imagine not very well, not for very long, but
I'm hoping they don't do like a Strike versus Destiny kind of thing.
yeah,
Of course, at least in that case, it wouldn't have the completely superfluous reprogramming of the color.
yeah.
I hated Seed Destiny so much.
Well, it was very hateable.
I hate Japanese toy shows.
I know. So many things that are limited and cost too much, and both.
Well, plus, during the late summer, there's so many of them back to back. It's not like there's anything to see except for the stuff that you really can't buy.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, do I
It's
hate
very
these
sad.
guys. I mean, really, I think we're done with Japan for a while.
Yeah, I really don't have it in the budget right now to be getting any more robot Damashi, which was pretty much the only thing I was going for lately.
Even
There's
beyond that,
just
it's just so hostile.
it is, and the exchange rate is less than great right now too.
Well,
So,
that's part of the hostility.
mhm.
So I think the subtitle to this podcast is like "We Hate Japan" or something.
Probably.
Man, I want some Generations already.
Yeah. I'm hoping to get out someplace where I can find them sometime soon, but we'll see.
Target or Toys R Us from the sound of it. Well, best of luck.
Thank you.